in quarter three.
Yeah, it's good. In the pandemic, yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
You know. But then again, it's expected because in the pandemic, a lot of people started playing games.
Of course.
So gaming would have gone up. They would have probably sold more computer chips. People
PCs
building PCs as well at home. Yeah, PCs. Welcome to another episode of Stocklist, the show where we take you through the various stocks on our personal watch list and advise you on whether you should look into them as well. Quick disclaimer.
Yep, so we're not financial analysts.
Nope.
Neither are we financial advisors. Take everything we say with a pinch of salt, Maggi, flour, baking powder. What else is there? Paprika too. Everything we say is for entertainment purposes only.
So what stock are we looking into today?
Today we're looking at AMD.
Okay, and what does AMD stand for?
So so AMD stands for Advanced Micro Devices. It's an American multinational semiconductor company. In layman terms, basically they produce chips.
Not chicken and chips, computer chips. Yeah, they produce computer chips for your PC. For your gaming consoles, for your fridge.
Pretty much a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah. They are listed on the Nasdaq. The ticker is AMD if you're looking for it, if you want to invest in it yourself. And the current price as of recording today is $88.21. Right. The 52-week range, which is the highest it was against the lowest it has been in 52 weeks, is $36.75 on the low end and 99.23 on the high end. So if you compare that to the current price, which is 88, it's currently priced quite high compared to the highest it's been so far. So bear it in mind that there could be a dip, right? The IPO date was on the 15th of October 1979. Most of us weren't born, but it's fine. And they went public on the New York Stock Exchange, and later on moved to the Nasdaq in 2018. Now, some people are wondering, why would you want to move from one stock exchange to another? Very simple. It's cheaper, right? They literally just wanted to probably save some money when it came to cut costs when it came to renewing that fee, the stock market fee, right? So we'll move on to the IPO price, which was $15.50 at the time of IPO. Now, if you had invested back then at $15 and you left your money in there until now, that's more than times 3. So if you put £1,000, you'd be sitting on over £3,000 right now, which is a decent return over 30 years.
It shows steady growth. The CEO, she's called Lisa Su. She joined from IBM in 2012, and in 2014, she became the CEO. So before Lisa Su joined AMD, 10% of their sales were from non-PC related products. But as soon as she joined, she boosted it up to 40%.
The revenue in 2019 was 6.73 billion USD. Whereas by the end of Q3 2020, it was 6.51 billion. So that gives them another quarter to make more money to basically surpass their 2019 figure, which was already amazing. Like anything over 1 billion for any company is amazing in revenue.
To reach 6.5 billion in quarter 3,
it's good. In the pandemic, it's mad. You know. But then again, it's expected because in the pandemic, a lot of people started playing games.
Of course.
So gaming would have gone up. They would have probably sold more computer chips. People building PCs as well at home. PCs. People need PCs for working at home. That's it. Their profitability was 341 million in 2019, and by the end of Q3 2020, they had made $709 million. It's nuts. Profit. Imagine that in your account. And the EPS also improved from 0.30 in 2019 to 0.59 in 2020, Q3 2020. Now, their cash flow, however, looks to have declined, but we'll probably get some explanations behind that. In 2019, it was 378 million. And by 2020, Q3 2020, it went down to minus 170 million. So why do you think the cash flow has decreased so much?
They've heavily invested in the new products that they've released.
Okay.
Also as well, the research that it takes to before you bring out these products as well. That takes a lot of cash and also time as well, as you know. You can't just throw something out there in the market.
Yeah.
So that's why their cash flow has decreased.
I think they've done a lot with marketing as well, because even if you look at their CES 2021 stand, they had a serious stand. Like they got people like Lewis Hamilton in the video. They got a lot of big names. Yeah. Like every CEO that they partnership with
from
came
Microsoft
in the video.
To Lenovo.
Do you know what I'm saying?
To Mercedes.
Yeah. Toto Wolff was in the bloody video.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So to me, that means they spent heavily on marketing.
Do
you know what I'm saying? How much does it cost to have Lewis Hamilton talk for 10 minutes? It's mental.
Crazy.
Yeah. So all of that would have probably come out of the cash flow. Yeah.
These men are not talking on the thing for free.
Nah,
no way.
Definitely
Impossible.
not. Where
time is money.
Time is money. And they spend a lot of time talking. Trust me. The guy was explaining. I don't know if you watched it.
I watched it.
He was talking about his dad making computers and it's fair waffle, man. Chat shit just for money.
The Sony CEO was telling us about how long he's known Lisa for.
Yeah, like they used to play golf together. I'm joking. I don't know if they used to play golf together. But there was a lot of money spent on marketing to get these people to come in, to come and talk. And to be honest, like the whole brand perception of AMD has improved due to marketing. But we'll get into that anyway.
Yeah.
Why would someone want to trust and believe in AMD to do something good?
Lisa Su, I believe she's one of the best CEOs out there at the moment. I think that's applied pressure on competitors such as Intel to review their boardroom and think about whether or not the current CEO they had at the time was the right fit for the business. As well as that, with Lisa Su, this is her thing. Like she went to uni, she studied like electrical engineering. Like this is her thing. So she's not just someone who's just come for a nice pay. Yeah,
she's not just a hard middle manager. She actually is technical.
She's technical. Yeah. And the last thing I'll say about Lisa Su as well is she has gone from a big company in IBM to AMD and delivered results. And the way she's managed to do that is by building relationships with different companies and saying to them, how can we work together to improve each other's firms? So for example, Sony, AMD, Mercedes, AMD, HP, AMD, Lenovo, AMD. I could go on for days.
Yeah, hundreds of partnerships,
which is not easy to build, because at the end of the day, what a company could easily say, why should I work with you? You need to sell yourself and sell the company. Fair enough, she might have had that partnership before when she was working at IBM. Yeah, but she now needs to sell AMD, which is a totally new brand,
new thing,
to these companies and say, this is the reason why I believe a partnership with you would be great, so that you're not seeing it as you're working with Lisa, you're seeing it as you're working with AMD.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So how about you? What would you say?
For me, I think it's the fact that they're building an ecosystem. So I'll give you an example. Yep. If you go to Apple, for example, if you buy an iPhone, it's very likely you're gonna buy like an iWatch. What's it called? Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
You're gonna buy an Apple Watch. If you buy an Apple Watch and you wanna buy a computer, you're probably gonna get a MacBook. Yeah. Do you understand? So you're buying into the brand, you're buying into the ecosystem, and everything works together, right? It's the same thing that AMD is trying to do. You buy an AMD processor, it's very likely you're going to buy AMD graphics processing unit, a GPU, and now they've released monitors. Yeah, so it's very likely you're going to buy AMD monitor as well. So it's like, even I think they even do keyboards and mice now. Do you understand? So it's like they're trying to provide products for the customer at every stage. And then, you know, that alone builds your brand awareness, because if somebody has
to the perception of AMD, they're not just chip makers anymore.
No, they do everything now. Do you know what I'm saying? You buy the chip, you'll probably have to buy this by that, by this, and to be honest, they all work together.
Yeah.
The branding is all consistent. You know, you go into someone, these like computer nerds, yeah. When they open up their computer and they look inside, it's the same as us going into like, I don't know, going to someone's house and seeing they got the Apple Watch, they got everything in it. It's like, right, you're patterned, you got everything. You know what I'm saying? The computer nerds are the same. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you got the best, processor, you got the best RAM. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's all the same name. It's all like a sick name. Do you know what I mean? These things mean things. Like it actually means stuff to somebody. Yeah. You understand? And AMD's playing on that, and they're taking a good hold on that. Whereas the competitors would probably just focus on one thing. Intel probably focuses on processors alone. Do you know what I'm saying? Intel doesn't do much. They just bang that processor. That's it.
AMD have capitalized on their competitors' demise. So in terms of Intel, Intel been around for donkeys, but this new decade or so, they haven't really done anything that we would class as the wow factor.
Nah, they release a slightly better chip every year. Yeah. And they just increase the number by one. Yeah. So
literally, that's it. Yeah.
The 9th generation. Next year, the 10th generation. Yeah. But they're not doing anything special. It's slightly more powerful. Do you understand? And that's why AMD is able to come in and take a hold on the market, because they're doing something different. They're focusing on marketing. They're focusing on branding. What do you call it? The integration of the whole ecosystem. Yeah. They're on point, man. Yeah. What about yourself? Is there any other pros?
I'll just again reiterate the fact that the perception of AMD has changed a lot. It's no longer thinking about just the PCs, like you said. You can now get AMD consoles, when I say console, in the likes of Xbox and PS5. Yeah. So
both produced by AMD.
Both produced. So whether you love one more than another,
you're still putting money in AMD's pocket.
You're putting money in their
pocket,
so,
guaranteed.
So yeah, I just feel like the whole perception, which is hard to change in a short space of time as well, because like we said, she became CEO in 2014.
Yeah,
and
2012.
No, she joined in 2012.
Oh, and then she became CEO in 2014. Okay.
So in 6 years, she's changed.
She's done a lot.
Perception. Wow. Yeah,
that's amazing.
So it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll add to the whole perception thing as well. Back when I had a laptop that had an AMD processor in it in 2012, like uni days. Yeah. 2009 even. Let me say and I had the worst perception of that laptop because it was so slow. It was it was everything under the sun, and in the end, it died because it just melted.
Can you imagine?
So for a bunch of years after that, I just thought AMD processors were trash. I'm never gonna buy one. Yeah. Any laptop that says AMD, running away, fam. Yeah. It might melt. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, they've changed the perception.
You now consider them again.
I would consider buying an AMD laptop over an Intel laptop. Do you know what I'm saying?
With competition, they've got Nvidia and Intel. I'm gonna just name those two because those are the ones that most people probably would have heard of. The competition and the brand loyalty, like you said, if you've had a bad experience with one processor, you're not gonna go to them again. On the reverse side, if you've had a good experience, it's hard for you to move away. Like for example, I'm using I don't want to promote them, but I'm using a Mac. Yeah. M1 processor. Yeah. Why should I now go and get Intel? Yeah. Why should I now go on something else? So once you've had a good experience with one something, it's hard for you to move on to something else. So again, the competition and brand loyalty people have, as not just us consumers, but also the corporates as well. It's gonna be tough for AMD to break that market. Yeah, because Intel's got a strong hold.
AMD is definitely claiming back market share. That they are claiming back market share because I watched the Microsoft event, right? And a lot of their new Surface laptops are going with AMD. Like just the Surface laptops are going with AMD. So they are claiming back market share, but I do get what you're saying. It is going to be difficult for anyone to break Intel's hold on the market. Do you understand? So I definitely get it. And it's going to be hard for AMD. They are marketing a lot. They are putting their foot in the market, but it's going to be difficult. So that's one con. What's another con?
With the products that they have, processors in, a lot of them are not readily available at the moment. For
like the PS5.
Like the PS5, the Xbox.
They're hard to come by.
They're hard to come by. So everyday users like myself, you, whatnot, can't really test these things and see whether or not
We don't have it in our hand.
Yeah. Can't really say AMD's console
It's amazing.
It's 10 out of 10 or whatnot. We just have to take the people who have it or the people
Take their word for it.
Who are on YouTube, their word for it at the end of the day. So in the meantime, there's other companies who might capitalize with this.
It is going to be hard for you to get as a, for example, Nvidia comes now and then they want to get the contract to build their chips into these game consoles. It's going to be hard because they have to wait until the next cycle. So they have to wait. I think when does a new PlayStation come out? Every 5 years?
Longer than that, bro.
It's probably 7 years or something. Isn't it? PS4 came out.
Donkeys, bro. Donkeys, bro.
Yeah. So as a new chipmate, as a competitor, you'd have to wait those 7 years to be able to get your chip in the next game console. So I get what you're saying, but I do think it's going to be difficult for other people to get in. Yeah, but it is possible. And if these kind of issues persist, the OEMs, so the companies that make like Sony, for example, they could lose faith in AMD. Do you get it? Because it is the chips that's holding back the production of PS5s. Do you understand? Yep. It is the AMD chips. So they need to sort out the supply issues.
It's mad.
They need to sort out the supply issues.
Hey, the thing came out months ago. And in 2021, we still can't get hold of it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy.
It's nuts. You're having to like just watch people's snaps and they're
just
enjoying
dream
the PS5.
about it.
Yeah, you're watching all these dodgy guys. They got 10 and they're selling them, and you can't even get. Anyway, that's another story for another
a bag
day.
of rice instead of the console. It's mental. It's mental.
People got finessed.
Yeah.
All thanks to AMD. One of the cons as well for you to buy AMD stock. One reason why you might be wary is the fact that if anything happens to Lisa Su today, if she decides to F off and leave AMD, AMD's going down.
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
She's like the Elon Musk
basically
to AMD.
Basically. And a lot of these CEOs are like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The company relies on them.
You're buying into them.
You're buying into the individual. Yeah. If Lisa Su leaves AMD right now, she's taking on most of them partnerships with her.
100%.
If Nvidia finds a way to steal her, the next PS6, is gonna be the PlayStation 6 is gonna have Nvidia GPUs in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's nuts. So they need AMD needs to find a way to ensure that Lisa is committed to AMD for the next 20 years until she dies.
So how will they also be able to keep the partnerships there rather than
it's gonna have to be a mad snaky move.
Just taking them.
It's gonna have to be a sick move. Like they have to snake her. I don't know, man. They have to get the partnerships to sign for like the next 20 years whilst Lisa's there, and then just fire Lisa. Yeah. So, bro, once that's it. After she's gone, there's still a commitment there. But then again, people can break contracts as well, so we don't know, innit? It's gonna be difficult. The reason why I think AMD could be at risk is the fact that Apple has introduced the new M1 chips. Now, I think that's very significant because if you're into the computer market, you know that there's a major competition between two main operating systems. That's Windows and there's Apple. Yeah, the Mac OS and Windows 10, I think. Right. So, if the Apple M1 is able to deliver the results that people expect the M1 to deliver, a lot of people are going to jump away from Windows and jump on Mac. Do you understand? Like even right now, I can speak from personal experience. I'm a Windows guy. Yeah. And I've had to buy a Mac computer because of the M1. It's so powerful.
Some people will be thinking that you got Windows in front of you.
Yeah, I got Windows. This is just for reading stuff. It's not for editing. I can never edit on this. It will be here until next month. Do you understand? So the fact that even me, a dedicated Windows guy, has had to jump ship onto Mac.
Even myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
even
Mac.
We're having to buy Macs simply because the processor is better. Yeah, it's gonna cause a big issue for AMD as well. You understand? Because AMD are still producing chips for Windows, and there's no way they're gonna get in to produce chips for Mac because Apple is moving away from using other people's chips. They're using their own chips, the M1 chips. Do you understand? So even though currently AMD does produce some chips for some Apple laptops that's all going to go away once Apple really attacks the chip market. So that's a risk. Apple's a major customer as well. So that's what I think will be a major issue once the M1 really takes hold of the market.
So at the moment, AMD, they're trying to increase their market share in the high performance PC, gaming and data center markets. It's going to be tough for them, but I believe if Lisa stays there, Lisa Su, I'm saying it like she's my friend.
Your dog Lisa. No, but a lot of people call her like our girl Lisa.
Okay.
That's a term that people use on the internet, our girl, because they rate her like she's man them kind of thing, innit? Yeah.
But yeah, if she stays there for next few years and she delivers the way she's been delivering during the pandemic, only God knows what she can do after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because if you look at their profits right now, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal. Literally nuts. Yeah.
So how about you?
I personally think so from what
I'm asking you, like, you developed the growth strategy.
No, I didn't. The growth strategy I've seen online is the fact that they're looking to attack the enterprise market. So that's enterprise servers with their new EPYC chips, and these will go into the set servers that sit somewhere on some data farm, powering whatever app that someone's developed. Or I remember when I was working in the corporate world, a lot of the computers that we used wasn't our actual computers. It was some computer sitting somewhere in Glasgow, some server somewhere, and we just had to remotely log into that computer to use it. Those kind of computers, those kind of computers will probably be adopting the new EPYC chips from AMD. So that's what AMD is looking to really attack. Currently, the major player in that space is Intel with the Xeon processors. They're coming for you. AMD's coming for you. You understand? And that's what it is. Yeah.
During the time as well, one final point is during the time that Intel are going through the CEO change, this is where AMD can just really take some of their market share. Because during that time, I always bang on about it. When the CEO comes in, the first year is to know about the business, get to know the business. Second year is when you implement your changes. Third year is when you see the results. So Lisa, what she could do during this time is see what Intel are planning to do. And then
just shut them down.
Shut them down.
Shut them down. It is peak for Intel.
Because at the end of the day, this CEO, he's someone who's known to the industry because he's coming from VMware. So from the outside, you can look at what he's kind of done at VMware and then see whether you believe he's going to do something similar at Intel. And then attack it that way.
Good luck to them, boy. We're going to get into the ratings now. So, Mike, what's your rating for the stock?
I would say 3.9.
Personally, I'm going to go very high. I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. Extremely high, but I've got my reasons and I explain them. Right. So, the first reason is the fact that if you look at the charts, the price is actually quite low. It's actually fallen. So, I think this is the time to buy because if you believe in the company and if you believe in their growth strategy, you know they're gonna go up. They are gonna beat Intel in the long run, based on their whole strategy and the kind of CEO they got. So I would say right now is the time to buy, and on top of that, there is a very good growth strategy. So yeah, those are my reasons.
This like I said earlier, the CEO is experienced in this field.
Definitely.
And she's worked for a big name. So she would have had experience there before she became CEO here. Even from IBM to AMD, it's no joke.
It's no joke.
So
Even what I said earlier about the M1 and a lot of people migrating onto Apple, I did think about it again and I thought, you know what? Apple doesn't really offer any solutions for gamers in terms of chips. you understand? So, and AMD is attacking that market.
Yeah, they're
so the gamers are going to be forced to stay with Windows. They're going to be forced to stay with AMD. Do you know what I'm saying? Nvidia is doing well, but as I said, AMD's got the whole integration. They give you the monitor, they give you the processor, they give you the box. You know what I'm saying? So people will stay with AMD. AMD will grow. And that's it.
Any final thoughts?
Nope. I'll say it's a buy like now. For me personally, I'm gonna go and buy more even after this. So that's what we have to say.
Yeah, for me, final thoughts. I just love how transparent AMD are to their investors and consumers as well. And yeah, I believe it's definitely a buy. There's room for more growth.
Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you like the video. Share it with one person who you think will be interested in buying the stock.
Your auntie, grandma, everyone.
Anybody. And make sure you comment. Have a party in the comments, please. Thank you.